Welcome to Make It Happen. Today we have something a little different for you. So I have Holly here. She is our new podcast producer for Make It Happen, and we are going to be flipping the mic around on me.
So I'm Ear's podcast producer. So I'm normally behind the scenes, but we thought stepping in front of the mic instead today.
So Holly's only been here a couple of weeks and she's already been asking me so many questions, and I'm sure you guys are the same.
Like, not even just about the business, but I think questions that I've had actually for you, who you are as a person. I'm getting to know you in real time. So I thought, why not bring those questions to a podcast, because we know that you want to hear them as well. So make sure you stick around to the end of the podcast because some of those are pretty juicy. So
right, no filter.
No filter. Let's go. Let's start easy. Make it happen. We've got over 4,000 students now across New Zealand and Australia. Explain a little bit about what you actually do here at Make It Happen.
Okay, so if I'm going to explain it really simply, it is we help people build businesses. Let's just say you can either come to us with no idea, you just know you want to do something, or you can come to us with a business and you're struggling to grow it, learn some of our marketing strategies, our scaling strategies, and grow your business.
So it's pretty much people that want to start a business but don't know how, or maybe they've started a business and then they want to scale up.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of other agencies out there that sort of teach you scaling, but they seem to be quite advanced. So mine is for like the day-to-day person, basically me back before I started, someone that's like, okay, I want to do something, but I'm so confused about the path. I don't know how to get there. And that is, we take you through every single step, make it really easy for you.
Make it easy to make it happen.
Yes.
Okay, what's one thing happening right now that you're really excited about?
I mean, you know me now. I'm a crazy person. I'm up all night, like thinking of ideas that we can do. And actually sometimes I've got to be like, yeah, no, don't send the email. We can't add this to our 5,000 list tasks of things that we're going to do. So yeah, we've got our business awards coming up. We have a big conference coming up for 900 people, which is quite hard to organize. Not me organizing it.
Thank God.
I feel like also Make It Happen as a business is adapting a lot too.
Mm-hmm.
Like when we started Make It Happen, it was a course.
Yeah.
And over time, we added like live calls, and then the live calls were just with me once upon a time. Now we've added, I don't know, like 13 more coaches, 14 more coaches, probably going to add more coaches. There used to be calls once a week, and now it's like 4 times a week, multiple calls on some days. So yeah, really just trying to develop the business as well.
So let's pull back the curtain properly. You're running Make It Happen, Girls in Business, which just hit 900 attendees for the upcoming conference. Amazing. And we've got Brew, which just landed in Woolworths across New Zealand. I'm going to ask the question that I think everybody wants to know. How many hours a week do you actually work?
I feel like that is so confusing. Because when I look at my calendar, I've got calls late some nights. So like Monday, Tuesday, I might do calls till 9. And then on like Tuesday, I've got chiro and see a back specialist. And then I've got content filming and
don't forget Pilates. It's like,
I've got lash appointments every 3 weeks. I don't know. It's very confusing. Yeah, I get all the work done. It's just at like very weird hours.
But that's the kind of beauty of owning your own business, is that you can make it flexible and choose when you actually want to work.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
How big actually is the team behind Make It Happen?
Our internal team is, we've got Holly who manages our podcast YouTube. Nadine, who is my operations lady. She's a little wizard. She manages all the students, all the clients, just like the technical stuff, like getting people onboarded into our system. And then Jade, so I've got Jade, who is our social media short form queen. Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. And that's actually it internally.
Yeah.
And then we've got 3 people who are onboarding people all day, every day. They are on calls with potential clients, just talking to them about what they're trying to do and seeing if Make It Happen is a good fit for them. I feel like we've still got some other contractors here and there, videographer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, lots of people that are involved actually.
Yeah. I really like how you said you've got people that kind of vet the students, so that you want to make sure that the people that join the courses are actually right for Make It Happen. So what would be a person who'd be ideal for Make It Happen, and what's someone that you might turn away and say, we're not the right fit for you?
I feel like the type of person that is perfect for Make It Happen is someone they just have been thinking about this for a little while. And they actually don't even know what they want. They know they want what outcome they want. They know they want like financial success, flexibility, more time with their family, but they don't really necessarily know the path to get there. So I think we just vet, like, are they actually serious about changing their life or doing something about it? Or are they sort of just like calling and, gonna chat about it and then leave and then never take any action.
Yeah, because it's a big commitment for you guys to put in so much time to think about everyone's individual product and who they are and, yeah, what they actually need.
Totally. I mean, there's a million ways to do it. I have started 8 businesses now, all different: shapewear, supplements, gift boxes, hair care, events, conferences. Now this, I don't know what you'd call make it happen, like consulting or info business. And then also I've got my coffee brand, which is considered FMCG, fast moving consumer goods, deals with supermarket, convenience stores. So there is a way to make everything work. There's not one path, but basically we will help our clients and make it work for them.
Do you think you're addicted to building?
I feel like because I figured it out and I know how it works, I can build anything. I know the fundamentals of how to make a business work. I read this thing and it was talking about burnout. I was like, you only really burn out if something isn't working and you're trying everything that's not working. So
it's like, do you know Marie Forleo?
Yeah.
And she has that book, Everything is Figure Outable. And I say that to myself in my head all the time. Every time I'm trying to do something, I'm like, but everything is actually figure outable. Everything actually does have a solution. Totally. So whenever I get stuck on things, I'm always like, everything is figure outable. It's like a little mantra that I have in my head.
I love that.
Yeah.
And I also think the best thing is if you're self-doubting yourself and you're feeling like, oh no, I couldn't do it, looking at other people that started in the same situation, or were or are in your situation, seeing that it's possible for them and then going okay, if they can do it, I can do it.
100%. Yeah. You're teaching people how to build businesses. What's the pressure of feeling like your own businesses need to really succeed?
I guess it would be not ideal if my own businesses did not succeed. That's not to say that not everyone has succeeded. I tried doing a store like Princess Polly Showpo, and it was called I'll Take All Three. I started it from home. I flew over to Australia to the wholesale district. I started doing buying trips. And I was competing with the buyers from Princess Polly, Showpo and the likes. I'd go to the shops and all their buyers would be there and they would let them all in first priority.
Yeah.
So if you were not one of the top brands that they've probably had really good relationships with, you would end up with the bad stock.
Right.
So I found that really hard. Also, they were all based in Aussie. I was based in New Zealand. I had to keep flying over. I guess I could have hired someone in Australia to do the buying. Still found it okay, I have a real disadvantage here because I'm based in New Zealand.
Yeah.
So I feel like those two main things, I just found it really hard to start a clothing store.
You can't compete.
Totally.
Yeah.
And I feel like when we think about New Zealand, clothing stores in New Zealand, we don't really have any. And I believe it's for that very reason. It's hard to compete with the Australians because they're based there. They've got first priority. And then people in New Zealand just buy online from the Australian sites.
Yeah, 100%. So does it scare you to fail now because people are watching?
I feel like failing now, I will say to people a quote, there is no failure, there's only learning, right? So let's say something doesn't work out the way you think it's going to work out, but it sort of pivots you towards something else. I remember if I think back to when I was starting, I used to want to be a fashion blogger. That was
really?
Yeah, I was, oh my God, I don't know if I've still got the photos from my photo shoots.
Oh my God, I want to see those.
Very embarrassing looking back. But, I feel like I failed at that. I just wasn't good at it. But then it pushed me towards doing content and social media for businesses. And then I've been really good at that. So yeah, I feel like failure often just pushes you in the trajectory of something.
Yeah, I suppose failure is only a failure if you stop and you leave it right there and you tell yourself that was a failure. If you keep going, then it's a learning.
Totally, it's a pivot.
Yeah. What's harder, running a business or teaching people how to run a business?
I feel like running a business is still harder, right? Because teaching people, I can teach people all the theory or how to set everything up. And I can look at a website and I can audit it and analyze what's wrong with it in a minute because I've done so many. I can look at someone's social media and go, this is what's wrong with your content strategy in a second. So I can give people feedback based on an audit immediately. But I guess when you're behind the business, everything holistically, there's so many parts.
The thing that I feel like I've noticed the most about you is that you move so quickly. You just make really quick decisions. You've got good instincts. And do you think that that's why you're so successful?
I feel like moving fast definitely helps. Thinking of some examples, when we launched Make It Happen, we had already started selling the course or the training, but we hadn't finished making it yet.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I know. And then, we started selling some. And then me and Nadine were like, okay, we need to finish making it now. We have to spend day and night finishing this training. So I feel like I'm so impatient. So I will just release things before they're ready or like do something when it's like 70%. I don't know. I'm like, is it just because I'm impatient?
Well, I don't know. I think it's when you're excited to be at a finish line and you have trust in yourself that you're going to get it done. I suppose you're moving things forward because I've been in jobs. I was in a sales job where I had to make these big presentations because I'm trying to sell something. I would literally get stuck on like the formatting for so long. And I had a mental, she likes to call herself like a mental endurance coach. So I'd like a life coach at the time. And she was like, if you have 5 to 10 informal conversations, pick up the phone, talk to people about what they want, what you're trying to sell. That is so much better than one huge giant presentation where all the formatting is correct. So like, yeah, I do think why you're probably so successful is that you move at a quick pace and you just get things done, and having something just done that maybe is like 60, 70, 80% ready is probably better than me waiting for 2 months to send off a presentation that's just got like amazing formatting. Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people have that pain point though. Like I know so many people that they want to make things perfect. I would say even like my husband Jordan, he is always like, oh, but this isn't right. I'm like, will anyone notice?
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just different mindsets, I guess. I don't know if there's a way to train yourself to be another way, or like for me, I'm like, oh, you probably should pay a bit more attention.
But sometimes it's like, when people are starting out and they want, their products are their babies, like their business is their baby, and they want things to be so perfect because they want to release it looking amazing. And I think sometimes you just have to get it done because you can always change it. Can always change it after.
Yes. I just don't think there's even like such thing as perfection anyway. Like there's always optimizations, pivots you can make. And yeah, you're not going to get it perfect on the first go. It's just not
100%. So let's take it back to the origin story. When did you first realize you were good at making money?
Okay, I love this question. This is hilarious. It would have been probably 22 or 23. Actually, maybe even before that, because what I used to do pre-starting my first proper business, I used to buy these bulk lots of clothing from Trade Me, and then I would like model them on myself, like me being a fashion blogger, trying to be a fashion blogger, and
Cute.
then sell the bits and pieces on Trade Me individually. And I feel like that was my first attempt at a bit of a entrepreneurship.
Were you all kind of like always like a hustler?
Yeah, yes. I mean, I didn't get any pocket money or anything from my parents.
Yeah.
My parents put every dollar they could into my schooling, and if I wanted extra pocket money, I'd have to make it.
So you were in your early 20s when you made your first $1 million, or rather 3 million. Who were you looking up to at the time?
So when I started my first business, before I started, there was this story. I just read this article one day. I was at uni, must have been my second year at uni. Girl buys and sells clothing on eBay, turns it into $100 million company. Turns out to be Sophia Amoruso, who's like is it Girl Boss?
Girl Boss, yeah.
Girl Boss. She does like a Netflix series on her. She's got but back then I didn't know it was her. Like back then I just saw the article in the news, and I sort of thought to myself, she's doing that on eBay. I buy and sell on Trade Me. If she can do it, why can't I? That's my point about like looking into other people that are in a similar situation to you, because then you feel like you can do it. It's possible.
Yeah, and I guess it's good to see people that look like us doing amazing things, because it's like, you're right. Like if they're doing it, like why can't I? I can do it.
Yeah, and I feel like also with our like Make It Happen clients, like if someone looks at my business history, they're probably going, oh my God, like that's not achievable because I've been doing it for 10 years. But then if somebody looks at one of my students, like I've got a lot of student results and things on my website.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, Ella started with $1,000 last year and she made $300,000 in her first year. She's a teacher. That's like very relatable to somebody.
Yeah.
So she's just started. She started with very little. And that's the type of thing that makes someone go, I could probably do it.
Yeah, 100%. I want to know where the fire came from. What was really like inspiring you at the time, or gave you like this fire inside you to be like, I can do this and I really want to do this?
I feel like it was probably more circumstantial. Like my dad moved overseas when I was 18. I was my sister's guardian basically. So me and my sister were flatting. She was 15. And yeah, I remember this flat. I had like 3 other flatmates, quite a dark place. And I was just like, oh, I don't really want to spend the rest of my life flatting with these 3 other random people in this dark house. So I was sort of just more thinking like, how can I change my circumstances? And when you have very little, you don't have much to lose either.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, if I just like go and try this business, I've literally got no money to lose.
It'll just be back to the flat for a little bit longer. Yeah. Talk me through it properly. You paid $300,000 to Kylie Jenner to promote your product. Do you think that you were brave, or do you think that you were reckless?
I feel like that was a calculated risk.
Okay.
So we built up to that. It wasn't like just straight into that. My shapewear business had already been running for about a year and a half at that point. Started with, like very, very little, sending out maybe 10, 20 products a week. Then it got to like 100 orders a day sort of thing. We started working with bigger and bigger influencers. When we were starting, just did like product gifting. Started paying people like $50, $100, $500, $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, $10,000. Can keep going. And then one day this celebrity talent agent just emailed me. Actually, I had been trying to email Kris Jenner for a little while.
Just gonna email Kris Jenner. When you're like guessing the email, like kris.jenner@gmail.com.
No, I was like looking on databases for an email and I just couldn't find it.
Yeah.
And then a celebrity talent agent emailed me because they had seen we'd been doing so much influencer marketing at that point, and they just sent me a celebrity list. There was like heaps of celebrities on it.
Who was on there?
There was heaps. Not Taylor Swift. Oh, maybe Selena Gomez. I'm pretty sure she was on there.
Yeah.
But then I was like, okay, Kylie is probably my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. She appeals to me.
Yeah. I mean, she
Who's
was
your
in
favorite?
Oh, it changes. I used to love Chloe back in the day.
She's funny.
She's really funny.
Okay, I don't know why I like Kylie, but I just connect with her. And yeah, I was like, okay, let's just try it.
How close were you to disaster if it hadn't landed?
I was actually worried that I was being scammed.
Right.
Because, someone emails you and you don't have that much to go off. I did like vet this company, Celebrity Talent Agents, LinkedIn, website, like, scour the internet for, is this legitimate? But they did actually seem, they had all their everything lining up. I went to the bank and even they were like, are you sure this is not a scam? And I was like, I hope it's not a scam. Yeah, wired the money and we did do a contract. And she just posted it. That was just, she sent through some photos for approval.
When you sent that money over, were you scared?
I was scared it wasn't legitimate. I think it wasn't, I knew that if Kylie did the post, it would be fine. Because we'd done so much influencer marketing, again, like calculated risk.
Mm-hmm.
But I was more just worried, like, if this is not a legitimate company.
Please don't be a scam.
Yeah, that was actually my main concern.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, so you put in $300,000. What percentage of that money was actually yours?
Oh, so all of the money was bootstrapped from the previous year and a half of sales.
Okay. You're doing pretty well for 23 anyway to be have $300,000 in your business that you can take out. So even without Kylie Jenner, I feel like you're on such an upwards trajectory.
Totally, yeah. So actually I know some people painted as like that was the start. I'm like, that was actually kind of...
You're like, I was already doing well.
Yeah, already a little bit deeper in. Otherwise, if it was the start, there's no way I would have done it. Teach our clients how to do scaling, right? So it's like everything is in levels. You start off with the gifting, the very cheap, affordable, low cost things, and then to get more audience, you pay for advertising. Yeah.
Did anyone tell you not to do it?
Not really. I mean, okay. At the time, I'm 23. I don't really have any other friends that have a business. I actually didn't really even have mentors. I sort of wish I did.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just grew up with, my parents were immigrants from China. So they had like basically no connections here. I don't know many people here. So yeah, I had no one to talk to. So
if someone is listening right now and they're about to make that same kind of bet tomorrow, what would you tell them? With like a huge risk like that, yeah. Just as long as it's calculated, I think it's fine. And you'll have some sort of theory, like if I make this risk, what is the outcome going to be? I think as long as you have that mapped out and it's not just like a blind, like, oh, I'm just gambling, then it's fine. Yeah, got some sort of plan. Good advice. Good advice. Okay, we're going to talk about selling businesses. So many people that are listening are in the middle of like building something right now. They're wearing every hat. They're doing product development. They're working with manufacturers. You do the marketing, you do the sales, you're doing the accounting. It's all such a big labor of love to build a business. So when it comes to selling, how do you emotionally let go of a business that's been your baby? So when I was selling my first business, I didn't actually go in thinking I'd sell it. Basically with my shapewear and supplement business, I got approached and they were like, oh, do you want a valuation for your business? Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, it's free to get a valuation. I just want to know how much it's worth. They would have sent it to somebody, like they didn't publicly list it. They would have just sent it to someone in their database. I got an offer. Then I sort of thought to myself, like, I've only been running this business for probably like just over a year and a half at this point. So I'm like, okay, if they're going to give me this much money, it's basically like winning the lotto, and I've only been doing this for a year and a half, I could probably do it again. Could we talk about specific figures? Like, how much did they offer you? They offered me, I think like 3.3, roughly. Okay. Yeah, but then also like
that, there's negotiations. They're like, there was some clauses like, okay, if it performs well, it would be this or so then we'd do some negotiations, but yeah, it would have landed around 3.3.
Yeah. Amazing. So they still keep you, so they're not just buying it outright for a price. It's like, if it does well, you keep getting a certain percentage back.
I mean, everything is a negotiation. Everything, for everything. Like, even if you sell a house, it's like, oh, I'll sell the house, but on these conditions. Like, it either comes with the furniture or, like, I'll pay you this much and then that much. This morning, even the girls were saying, like, went to a car dealership and they were, like, negotiating all these terms. I'm like, yeah, you can negotiate for everything.
What is your trick to negotiating?
I just negotiate with everything. Like, if somebody sends me their rates, I'm like, oh, well, let's just go. Will you take this?
Right.
And
okay.
let's do a deal here. And I actually teach my clients that, like, if they get an influencer, saying it's going to be 5,000, I'll be like, we'll go back at 3. And then they'll accept it at 3 or even less, maybe. You don't get unless you ask.
Very true. Have you ever sold a business and you felt like a lot of grief letting that business go?
I feel like not really, because I've always known how I'm like, I could do it again. It's like once you learn the skills, you can, again, do it again. I've done it with so many different products and even other industries. So no, it's like a business is a tool for us to have like financial freedom or whatever we want in our lives. So just use it as a tool. It's like property. If you invest in property, what's the outcome? Like, you don't want heaps of properties. What are you going to do with all of them? You want it to like make money for your family, basically.
Interesting. It's a really interesting way to look at it, because I think a lot of people build businesses, like lifestyle businesses, and they're so passionate and they feel like the product reflects them. I feel like there's a lot of people that might sell a business and then feel like they've lost a bit of a purpose.
I mean, I feel like if you love what you do, don't sell it, right? Number one, I feel like in my 10 years or 12 years now of running businesses, I've actually made enough money. Like, how much money does somebody need? So if there's nothing else that I need to buy that's going to make me any happier.
Yeah.
So make it happen. I'm like, I don't feel like I need to sell it because you'd sell a business to make money. Yeah, and then I feel like because I'm talking about my passion all day, every day with people, helping other people build businesses, doing what I did. And if I did sell it, like, what would I do? I literally don't know what I would do.
You'd start another business, I know.
But like, in what? Because
I've done everything.
I know, and so I'm like, there's not. I don't feel like there's nothing for me after make it happen almost.
Have you ever sold one of your businesses and watched someone else run it and thought, I could do that differently?
For sure. So after I sold the shapewear business, the guy that took over, they're not really running it anymore.
Okay.
But there's huge potential in shapewear. Like, we've seen Skims go crazy. We know Spanx does well. Yeah, he just sort of let it die, which is fine. I mean, again, it's like, oh, just gotta let go of that. But then the guy that bought my gift box business, Celebration Box, he had heaps of gas stations. So he was already, very entrepreneurial. He has grown it so much. Like, when I started that business, I started with $3,000. It's like makes over $10 million a year now.
That's crazy.
So he has done much better than me. I would say he's a better entrepreneur than me.
But do you feel like a sense of pride being like, seeing those figures? He's making 10 mil a year and you're like, I started that.
Yeah, no, it's cool for sure. I'm always like, now they do $10 million a year. Yeah, so yeah, definitely very proud of that. And it is sad seeing like the shapewear one, which was on such a good trajectory, die because the new owner maybe, I don't know what happened.
Just didn't have what it takes, I guess. Okay, so let's talk about Celebration Box. For anyone who doesn't know, can you give them a quick version of the controversial thing that happened with Celebration Box?
Okay, so Celebration Box, I saw the idea from Australia, from dessert boxes. They were sending these like really fun gift boxes that had like donuts in them, candy in them. And I was like, okay, I'm going to bring this to New Zealand. So actually, when I tried to start that business, there were a couple others trying to start that business. And even before we started, there was like wars on social media.
Okay.
People being like, yeah, you're going to put bakers out of business. And then I had the other gift boxes being like, you stole my idea and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no one owns an idea. Also, you took it from dessert boxes in Australia, so you stole their idea. If we're gonna go down that route. So even that was like a bit rocky. And then I remember when we started, I think first week was like maybe again like 10, 20 orders, like very basic, simple. Started implementing my marketing strategy. So influencer send outs, we sent out all these big PR packs to I think like 100 macro influencers in New Zealand. I'd say people on like radio, TV, sports people, all the all blacks and stuff, and wrote a note like, we'd love for you to share it on social media. You don't have to, but be great. And they all did. And then in week 6 we sold 3,000 gift boxes, which is a lot to like have to execute that all in 1 week.
100%. And how many were in your team?
I think at the time we had like I don't know, I can't remember. I think there was maybe like 4 of us, and then we had to quickly like find a bunch of other people.
Yeah.
There was I remember one day. So we were hiring lots of people, right? And then one day a lady comes to the door and she's like knocking. I'm like, oh, great. Come to the back. I think she's I thought she was somebody here for a job. And I'm like teaching her how to pack boxes and like starting to give her a demo. She was a customer.
Oh my gosh. You're like, did you know that you're going to pack your own box?
You can unpack your own gift box. That's how like hectic it was, because I was like, oh my God, we're so low on staff. Like, I don't know where to get more raw ingredients from. We went to every Gilmore's in Auckland, like cleared them out of the candy.
Yeah. So wait, at what point of this lady packing her own box were you like, did she say to you, I'm a customer?
I think somebody was like, yeah, that is not the person we're interviewing today. I was like,
Oh my God, that's so funny. Oh my God, that's so good. Okay. So I want to talk about when Celebration Box got a lot of bad PR. When did you realize that you guys were in quite deep water, and how did that whole situation happen?
okay, yeah. So it's from these like 3,000 gift boxes. We couldn't really do it. We tried our best, got as many out as we could. It was like absolute chaos. I remember that week I was almost sleeping in the office, like just printing orders and like and the labels on the boxes. And then I feel like it was just, people were just angry because their gift box didn't arrive. So people say like, okay, well, why didn't you just cancel some of the orders and refund those people? These were for Father's Day. So it's like, okay, do you want me to cancel your Father's Day gift box and your parent gets nothing? That was my thinking. I'm like, is it worse to cancel these orders and they get nothing? Or we do our best and
they get something?
Yeah, they get something. We weren't trying to make them bad. They just like were a bit rushed because we were trying to get that volume out.
Yeah.
And that was the whole issue. That was the PR issue, is because some of them arrived quite rushed and it just spiraled. Like, it was really bad. I mean, the stuff reporter kept calling me. Oh my God. She was like, yeah, congratulations. You're trending #1 on stuff. I was like, it's a really horrible article about me. Thank you.
You're trending and it's a terrible article. Thanks so much.
For them, like, she was so excited because that's her job. Her job is to like get views, and she's all excited. She's like, it's doing so well. I'm like, yeah, at my expense.
Yes. And you're like, this is bad publicity though.
Yeah, I got heaps of like deaths, so many death threats. I had like a pre-planned trip to Bali. I booked like 6 months before. I still went on my trip because I'm like, my friends are all going. And then the next article's like, Iya's in Bali. She's taken, all this money from people from the gift box. She's in Bali. I'm like, this was pre-planned. Also, I refunded, customers. I did like 20, I don't know, lots of refunds. Did not take your money and run to Bali. And I refunded those people.
Do you feel like people were wanting to see you fail because of who you are?
I think it's a bit of everything. So like absolutely wanting to fail. Like for example, when I tried to start Celebration Box and all those people were trying to like knock me down before I even start this business.
Yeah.
I feel like some people are just bored and they're on social media. Like what we've sort of seen with NZ Muscle recently is, I'm sure they made mistakes, but a lot of people just jumping on the bandwagon to be a part of something.
Right.
I don't know why like they want to jump on negative things. Like to me that sounds horrible.
People love jumping in on negative stuff.
I know.
They love a bit of gossip. Yeah.
I'm like, surely you guys have like some other things going on in your lives to focus on. I don't know.
If it was anyone else who hadn't been in the public eye, maybe you didn't have as many followers as you were, do you think that the publicity would have been as bad?
Oh yeah. No. I feel like it was definitely, again, the stuff girl saying trending #1.
Yeah.
It is because, you're in the public eye. Okay, so I actually ended up having to do a meeting with Commerce Commission. Went into the meeting with Commerce Commission, sort of explained what happened. So I just had to give them an explanation, basically. It was just I made a presentation and they came down and was like, oh, it's teething issues. I'm like, yeah, it is teething issues. We launched 6 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So we go from like 0 to 3,000 orders in 1 week. It's just like crazy. And you're right, like I had to learn and tweak a lot from that.
Mm-hmm.
So from that, what did we do? Straight away, we were like, okay, we need to make sure every single box, the pictures are exactly what they're getting. Like it's not like miscellaneous lollies anymore. Like we have to specify which lollies are in the box. We had to cancel rural delivery. Like, it was just too unreliable. Hired more people, simplified our gift boxes to make them faster to pack. We had to make those changes within like a week. Yeah, it was a lot of work, but it was really good because I feel like from that, Celebration Box grew so fast.
Did you read any of the bad comments about you at the time?
You do. You try to avoid social media, but you still see them here and there.
Was there anything that really stuck with you at the time?
I feel I've got like a really bad memory, so I've actually.
Perfect. That's good. That's great.
I feel like I've forgotten all the specifics. There was one person though. Oh my God. Okay. There was one person that, again, they've just got obviously like so much free time. They spent 3 years after that carrying on.
Crazy.
Yeah. They'd ordered a gift box and I refunded them because it didn't turn out right. kept going for 3 years. I ended up having to do like a court order.
It's like stalking at that point.
It was, and it's good that all these like new stalking and harassment laws have sort of come out now.
Yeah.
It's like back then, I called the police heaps of times. I was like, they're at my house. They're sending me letters because of this gift box 3 years ago. I'm like, okay, why does this need to carry on for 3 years? It's just crazy to me.
So this experience obviously taught you a lot about resilience and about pivoting. Do you think that resilience is something that you can actually learn? Or do you think it's only when life forces a really big situation on you like this, that there's no other option?
I feel like you for sure learn resilience. Like, find a solution for it, move on. Find a solution, move on. Find a solution, move on. And I often see like new business owners or people, not even business owners, like people just like if they start something and they get very worried about the negativity.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you're not going to be able to do anything where there's no negativity. Like, I don't know a single business that's not going to get a complaint.
You've got a big community of women around you. I think that Girls in Business might be one of your biggest legacies. It's a community of like tens of thousands of women. You've got sold out events, you've got awards nights, and there are businesses that actually exist because you started Girls in Business. So why do you think so many women are looking for a community like this?
You know what's funny? Like, Girls in Business was never intended to be a business, and it also wasn't intended to be like these huge conferences. The very first one was in a cafe with I think like 180 people, 100 something people, and you know, everyone just sort of like paid for their lunch. It was to bring people together. Like, back when I started, when I was 22, started my first business, I had no one to talk to. You know, everyone I knew was getting to their first job, or they've gone on their OE, and I was like, well, super lonely. So I guess Girls in Business started as, like this thing to bring people together. And it's great. I feel like every single year at Girls in Business, I get to meet all the speakers, build up relationships with people in the field, and everyone else does as well.
So you've spent years surrounded by female founders. What do you think women struggle the most with starting a business?
So I speak to people all day, like every day, and it seems like the number one issue is actually getting started. So the question I get asked the most is, I don't know what product to pick. I don't know what business idea to pick. So if people sign up to Make It Happen, I do a strategy call with them. And on the strategy call, they will like list all these business ideas. And I pretty much just tell them, it doesn't matter which one you pick. There is a way to sell all of these. And again, like, I've sold lots of different products, lots of different industries. You just have to make it work. You just have to spend less than you make, and then you can keep going. So that's pretty much it. If we're going to really simplify it in terms of like, what's the best business idea? There is no best business idea. We can make anything work, really.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, they struggle to start because they feel like they need to reinvent the wheel. Like, when I've had ideas, you know, with friends before, and then my friends were like, oh, but that's already been done. I'm like, yeah, but everything's kind of already been done. It's just how you sell it. So after around like a decade of Girls in Business events, what is the one theme that keeps coming up over and over again?
One theme, honestly, I reckon it's just like community. Because you can go to events, you can learn things, but you know, you can learn things online. I think just bringing together people is really important. And you know what's really interesting? So like back when I started Waist Train, I had no connections, right? I didn't know anybody. So, but now, like, I'm 32 now. When we were starting my coffee business this time around, I got in everywhere because you like have the connections. So like, I knew this person who would connect me with that person, you know, got me into the supermarket. Social media, people are happy to promote, you know, just for product because they maybe know me and maybe I promoted their stuff in the past. So again, a bit of a relationship. Having a relationship has, I would say, fast forwarded this business so much more.
Okay. It's a good learning network.
Yeah, network.
Yep. Leverage those relationships, people. Has the landscape changed since you first started?
Yes, I feel like there's a lot more awareness about having an e-commerce business these days. I think with that, people go, oh, but everyone's doing it. It's going to be so saturated. But I'm like, do you know how many people there are in the world? Like, do you know how many consumers there are in the world? So many people looking for things to shop. I mean, you're a girl. I'm a girl. I like to buy things online. I assume you like to buy things online.
I love to buy things online.
Yeah. So, you know, there's lots of people, me and Holly, looking to buy your things.
Exactly. We are. I have to hide my packages. I have to like get them sent sometimes like other places because I'm like, I don't have people in my house to judge how many packages are arriving.
I know. Like, even the younger generation, probably more savvy with shopping online.
Yeah.
I religiously buy groceries online because I can't be bothered going into the store and spending 2 hours or 3 hours.
Okay, so you've built businesses that make money and you've built a community that creates impact. Which one are you prouder of?
So when I was starting, I would say definitely after the money, right? So like everyone, I would say most people would be starting a business to have more money. But then over time, you sort of realize like, okay, cool, I've got money, but buying another bag or another top doesn't really make you that much happier. Like, not really. Yeah. So definitely, I would say now for sure, community, people, human beings are what makes life what it is.
Yeah.
You know, just having like lots of money and buying more things does not make you happier.
So let's touch on Brew. I think this one does deserve its own full episode. We should get Jordan in, and I'd love to talk to you guys as a husband and wife duo too. I think it'd be really interesting. So you said that you knew nothing about supermarkets or beverage distribution when you started. So why another business and why this business?
Pre-Brew, which is our coffee matcha business, Jordan was still working for his family business, and I was sort of like, oh, is there something that you could maybe do from home with more flexibility so you can help me a little more with the kids? And yeah, so that's actually probably the underlying reason why Brew was born.
So like, why a product that you guys didn't have any previous experience with?
Okay, so the truth is, I thought this was e-commerce. I didn't realize this is actually a completely different industry. So I thought like, okay, we'll make these canned matcha and coffee. We'll sell them on our website. Okay, it's not an e-com product. FMCG is a supermarket, convenience, gas stations. Like, where do people buy those sort of ready to drink beverages? It's like those locations. No one's buying on eBay.
Yeah.
Not New Zealand anyway. I feel like in America it's a little bit different because it's eBay.
Oh, Amazon.
Yeah, that's different. So I feel like in New Zealand, it's not the norm to buy like food or food items from a e-commerce store.
Yes.
So anyway, after already making 30,000 units, then I discovered it is not an e-com product.
Okay.
You know, learning.
Yeah. And so how did you guys pivot out of that one?
Well, we had to just learn supermarkets, which actually, so because I'm super busy with Make It Happen, I would say my husband's been mostly leading everything on Brew.
Yeah.
So we got an advisor. So we've got an advisor. He is from another beverage company, huge. They do, I think, like 100 million cans of water a year, bottles of water a year.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, they have their own plant in Auckland, like a manufacturing plant. So got this guy who's got probably, 30 years of experience dealing with supermarkets and in beverage manufacturing. He just tells us what to do.
How easy is it to get into supermarkets?
It's not easy. It's really hard. Like when my clients come to me, I'm like, just do e-com. E-com's easier. You can do FMCG, but I'm warning you, you need lots of money. And it's hard to get in.
So you need lots of money and it's hard to get in. And when you say lots of money, we're talking about what would like a normal investment be? Or what was your investment that you put in to get started?
I think we've spent like 300 grand on it.
Okay.
But that's not just on the product. That's like product, the systems, the warehousing, all the like marketing things for all the activations and things. And also the company vehicle, which, probably makes up a lot of that. But I would say like a minimum to start a beverage company in New Zealand, you'd need at least 40,000. Okay. That's the minimum.
Yeah.
So for like a first timer that's never started a business before, that's a lot.
It's a lot of money. Yeah.
For a first timer. Yeah. Like if some of my e-com clients start with 1,000. Yeah. I've got a girl called Ella. She, said to me, she started with 1,000, turned it into 300,000 last year. I started Celebration Box, gift box business with 3,000 versus the beverage, like you need way more.
Yeah, and certainly a lot less cost when you are you've got all the product at home and you're sending it out yourself and you're not putting it into storage in a warehouse. And I suppose do supermarkets have a really big quantity order that they need from you?
No, we've only really just gotten in. It's also, I would say like FMCG or supermarket it's much slower than what I'm used to.
Okay.
All my e-com businesses, I feel like I've hit 1 million for all of them within 6 months.
Slay, by the way. Yeah.
But Brew, the coffee, when did we launch this? Last November. So it's been, 8 months? We signed the paperwork to get into all the supermarkets, in like February, like a few months ago.
Yeah.
But it's just gone in now, like 5 months later.
Okay.
It's slow.
Yeah.
Really slow.
So it's a slow process and a bit of a labor of love.
Yeah.
And we're probably not recommending it for people just starting out in business.
I would say if you want something easy and you want to start with almost no money, e-com.
Okay, so we've talked a little bit about why you created Brew. But I want to know for you, what is the funnest part of starting a business? Is it ideation? Is it the scaling? Is it the relief of selling? Like, what is it for you?
I feel like the most fun part about starting a business is for sure like the initial, like you've got all these ideas in your head, like I'm envisioning this design and this is what the product's going to be and these are the features and then you actually try to make it happen, and then that's kind of like not fun because
That's all the hard stuff.
yeah, that's hard, and you like often get let down. Like, but then you're like, okay, well, this is what we've landed on, and I feel like the next fun part is the actual marketing. I studied marketing. I'm a creative person. I used to, you're a creative person. I find it fun to like create the social media stuff.
Yeah.
And go to events and like meet people, talk to people, do the activations, sampling. I find that stuff fun.
And do you think it's important for an entrepreneur to know that about themselves? Because I'm the same as you. I love the ideas process. I love creating things. I would say I struggle when it comes to building something and knowing the practical things. And I think that can block a lot of people and that startup process. Do you think it's important for people to know where they sit and that kind of like the whole launch process and creating a product?
Yeah, totally. I feel like the annoying part is like when you start, because we are so limited with capital usually, or money, we do have to do everything, including stuff we don't like. So I remember I used to hate doing like operations, like reordering and managing the inventory. Like that is so boring to me. Even stuff like the accounting, like I still do it, but it's so boring.
Accounting is boring.
But I think the good thing to know is like over time, outsource everything that is not your skill set. Like even me, I'm creative, but I still can't do the graphic design. I use a graphic designer. I can do a basic website, but if I need help with something technical, a web developer, anything that you're not good at, just outsource.
So you've spent a decade either building businesses or teaching people how to build businesses. If I took all of that away from you tomorrow and you were starting from zero, what would you do?
Okay, well, even if we think of Make It Happen, like 2 years ago when we were starting, we started with zero. We had 0 followers, no product. We had to create our product, which is our training and our coaching program. So I just start developing the product and coming up with like, why is this valuable to somebody? You have to sell something that's valuable to somebody. Like I think sometimes people are like, oh, I just want to sell this thing because it's aesthetic. Why do people need it? So come up with what are the pain points and how can you solve those pain points? And then I would probably just start selling it. Like create a website and start selling it.
What industry in particular, like if you had like make a lot of money quickly, what industry in particular would you lean into?
I would just pick a product that I like. So actually I have a folder on my Instagram and it's to show my clients because like I'm not starting another business.
She says yes, yeah.
But in the folder, like some examples, one of the products is called Fridge Friend and it's an Australian company. It's this little like box thing. You put it in your fridge and it makes your groceries last longer.
Oh, cute.
They sell them for $110 a unit. I feel like to get it made, it would be like $15 maybe, estimating, but probably around that. They've sold 50,000 of them. And I started following them when they just launched. That's over $6 million in revenue. They didn't launch that long ago. So it's like, okay, they're solving a pain point of cost of living crisis. This product is going to make groceries last longer. Product, really simple. Sell it on your website. Sold 50,000. I've got so many examples of that. Another example, like I saw a video on Instagram. It's a spray and you spray it on your t-shirts and stuff and you pull the t-shirt down and it uncrinkles the shirt.
Oh, I need that. I do not own clothes that I have to iron. I'm like, this is just such a waste of time.
I do have like a portable steamer. I feel like that's okay. It's kind of fast.
Yeah, I just get my hair straightener and like start hair straightening my clothes.
Oh, I love that. Actually,
I need the spray.
Yeah, you need the spray. Okay,
yeah.
And then I like had the spray in my cart and I was like, oh my God, you nearly bought it. I was thinking if that is how easy it took from me seeing that video to me putting it in my car and about to purchase, I would sell that. I could sell that.
Yeah. What's the biggest lie social media tells us about entrepreneurship?
Okay, I think like one thing that people always come to me is they will be like, I've been running ads and it's not working. I'm like, well, is the information out there that you just open your website and then you run ads? That doesn't work because we're missing the trust factor here. Okay, like no one's just going to trust this brand new website that's got no social proof, no human beings on it. They're not just going to, most people wouldn't just give their money away or card information away when there's like lacking trust. Basically, we'll teach our clients how to build up that trust, how to build up the community. You can't just jump to paid ads. It's not going to work. It's a waste of your money.
So it's like actually encouraging people to leave reviews and to have an interactive social media, that kind of thing?
Or just like, building community, like getting human beings involved.
Okay, I feel like it's time we get into some listener questions. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Okay. What is the most money you've ever lost on one decision?
I was either 50 or 100,000 on crypto. I put the money in and then I needed the money to pay my team. This would have been like 3 or 4 years ago. Yeah. So I just had to pull it out at an unideal time.
Not ideal. But look, I don't think you're the only person that has lost money over crypto. So it's okay. Has making money ever made any of your relationships harder?
Okay, I had a childhood best friend starting to sell my supplements and she was in fitness. So she's still in the fitness industry. And she actually called me one day. And was like, I want you to stop your business because I wanted to do supplements one day. And I was like, okay, well, I don't know what to do. And she was like, well, I want you to stop your business because I want you to do supplements one day. And was like, I want you to stop your business because I wanted to do supplements one day. And was like, I want you to stop your business because I wanted to do supplements one day. And was like, I want you to stop your business because I wanted to do supplements one day. And was like, I want you to stop your business because I wanted to do supplements one day. And was like, I want you to stop your business because I wanted to do supplements one day. And was like, I want you to stop your business because I wanted to do supplements one day. And was like, I want you to stop your business because I wanted to do supplements one day. And was like, I want you to stop your business because I wanted to do supplements one day. And was like, I want you to stop your business because I wanted to do supplements one day. And was like, I want you to stop your business because I wanted to do supplements one day. And was like, I want you to stop your business because I wanted to do supplements one day. And was like, I want you to stop your business because I wanted to do supplements one day
Oh my gosh.
I was like, firstly, you have never said that to me.
Yeah.
And just because you want to do it one day, like, you might never do it. She's never done it. It's been 10 years. She's not done it. So it's like, okay, she's literally telling me to shut down my business.
Wow.
What do you do there?
Well,
We just never talked again, ever again after
really,
that.
after that one incident, yeah.
I mean, actually, I've probably talked to her since. Like, I've seen her at an event.
Yeah.
And it's fine.
Interesting. And so she never went on to start the business?
No.
Yeah.
We're on the friendship.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. Are there any business investments that you regret?
I did when I had my marketing agency and I had my hair care business. I, for some reason, thought it'd be a good idea to also start another supplement company. Okay, yeah, no, very bad. I teamed up with another business owner, and he actually has a really successful supplement company. But the issue was, like, he was really focused on his supplement company. I already have 2 businesses, and no one was putting effort into this now new additional supplement company.
Yeah.
So sort of just like no love. No time, no effort put in. No one was taking responsibility because there's 2 of us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, ended up just sort of fizzling. Still a great guy. He's, very successful in his own things. But I think it's just like neither person was putting time and energy and love. You need to put love.
Yes, no actual love. Love is a key ingredient into startups. Have you ever wanted to quit because of public criticism?
Yeah, for sure. I think like when I was being hammered by the media after Celebration Box, the gift box business, and then stalked by that person for 3 years, I thought, this is really annoying.
Yeah.
Like, why?
Yeah, that would make me want to quit. What's one thing that you're obsessed with right now?
I've been obsessed with walking more.
Okay.
Is that weird?
No, I feel like that's healthy.
Okay, because so last year I was like 72 kilos and that was the heaviest I've ever been. And I was like, no. Like, I would really like to fit my clothes again.
Yeah.
So I did heaps of Pilates. It wasn't working. Didn't lose any weight. The minute I start walking, I've lost 10 kilos.
Oh my gosh. How far do you walk?
Not even that far, like on the treadmill, 30 minutes regularly.
Yeah. King, it's in right now. Best business that you've seen lately?
There's this one that I just got targeted with an ad for. I actually spoke about it before, but the crinkle spray.
Yes.
The crinkle spray.
I want to buy some of that now. That sounds great.
Well, I looked on Alibaba. It's like $1 to make, and they're selling this for like $49. So I'm like, okay, it's like pure margin.
Do you find it hard that like when you see things that you like, you're like, do I just buy this product for me or do I start a business out of it?
I have done that. I remember maybe, let's say 8 months ago, I saw this baby sling on Instagram. It was this mum. She picked up this kid with ease and swooped him into the sling. I went on Alibaba. I bought a sample. I said to Jordan, I'm starting this business. And then I ordered the sample. I thought, I'm not starting this business. I am way too busy.
It will come. The time will come, I'm sure. Best investment you've ever made?
Best investment?
And it doesn't have to be like putting money into an investment, like anything in your life that's helped you.
Probably my personal trainer. And this goes towards the walking thing because she told me about the walking. Okay. And she teaches me fitness things to do in the gym. And I find it really helpful.
That is a great investment, investing in yourself and your health, I think. Health and wealth. One tool everyone should use.
Claude. Absolutely Claude.
Yeah, Claude's great.
It's amazing.
What's next?
I think what I would love is to keep helping people build businesses. I live and breathe that. I love it. I feel like I want to continue to work with people that I like. I feel like we've got a really lovely team, which is cool. Be happy day to day.
And keep walking.
Keep walking.
Keep walking.
Go on a holiday once a year. I'm happy.
Awesome. I love that. And that is what is happening behind the business this week. Before we go, if you've got a question that you've always wanted to ask about business or just about anything, drop it in the comments and we'll answer it in the next behind the scenes business chat.
Hey, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. See you next time.